Raider Nation, what's going on? This is the Raiders Report. I'm Mitchell Renz. Let's get into the Raiders news. Jon Gruden finally has defined what a Gruden Grinder is. I don't know about you, but I've been wondering for a long time, what exactly is a Gruden Grinder? So, Gruden was asked by Paul Gutierrez on Monday at the owners' meeting, what is a Gruden Grinder? Gruden said, guys who love to play, guys that will compete, guys that will play for nothing, guys that are going to be consistent, everyday grinders, man. Guys that are going to compete their ass off and fight for inches and know what to do and set a tone. Now, we all know what a Gruden Grinder is, and no, Mom, it's not a sandwich. So, next bit of news I got, Raiders re-signed cornerback or safety Reggie Nelson. I like the re-signing of the 34-year-old, and Nelson spent the past 2 seasons roaming Oakland's defensive backfield and is very familiar with Oakland's new defensive coordinator, Paul Guenther. Guenther was a coach on the Bengals staff in some capacity, including several years as the team's defensive coordinator during Nelson's entire tenure in Cincinnati. Nelson earned his first ever Pro Bowl nod playing in Guenther's scheme in 2015, logging a career-high 8 interceptions. Now at age 34, he will have the chance to help show some of the Raiders' teammates how to thrive in the new system. Next news bit I got for you, Raiders relieved tight end Clive Walford. Hey, guess what? I called this one earlier in the offseason. So, Oakland cut Walford. He was due to make $1.9 million. Walford spent the last 3 seasons with the Raiders after being drafted in the 3rd round of the 2015 draft. Walford played 13 games as a backup last year and caught 9 passes for 80 yards. He had 61 catches for 688 yards and 6 touchdowns during his first 2 seasons. Jared Cook proved to be a reliable option in the passing game, and Lee Smith is a solid blocking tight end. This means Clive Walford is the odd man out. Raider Nation, my name is Mitchell Renz. Please follow me on Twitter at MitchellRenz365 so I can get that nice little blue check mark. Also, please follow the Oakland Raiders by Chat Sports so you know exactly when I go live. We talk a lot of rumors on this show, so you're going to need to understand my Raiders rumors scale. First one up, 0 Chuckies, tuck rule, tuck that, not going to happen. 1 Chucky head, small shredded truth. 2 Chuckies, people are talking, coin flip. 3 Chucky heads, pretty likely, I like to think 75% chance. 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby, 100% going to happen. Next rumor I got for you guys coming up on the board, Oakland targeting cornerback Jerrell Foster. Who's Jerrell Foster? Good question. So, according to SB Nation, the Raiders will hold a private workout with Kent State cornerback Jerrell Foster. While the cornerback out of the MAC wasn't invited to the 2018 NFL Scouting Combine, Foster posted a 40-yard dash time of 4.45 at his pro day. Foster racked up 83 tackles, 17 pass defense, and 4 interceptions over his last 2 seasons with Kent State. It's still difficult to pinpoint when exactly Foster would be drafted, but he will be more than likely a late-round selection, or possibly even undrafted. Now our next rumor, will the Oakland Raiders re-sign NaVorro Bowman? I'm going to give this one 3 Chucky heads, pretty likely. So, last week the Raiders said that they put an offer on the table for Bowman, but he wanted to test the market. Based on the fact that Bowman is still unsigned would suggest to me that he was unable to find a deal elsewhere. Now Bowman's agent and the Raiders will go back to the drawing board. Getting Bowman back would be a tremendous boost for a team that is thin at linebacker position. The veteran former All-Pro led the team in tackles with 89 despite only playing 10 games for the Raiders last season. Next rumor I have for you, this one just came out. Colin Kaepernick, is he coming to the Oakland Raiders? This one's something pretty interesting, but I'm going to give this one only 1 Chucky head, small shred of truth. Gruden at the coaches meeting today said he thinks that he knows why Kaepernick isn't on a team yet. He said his performance on the field wasn't very good on tape. I think Robert Griffin, a rookie of the year, I'm surprised he's out there. Tim Tebow takes a team to the playoffs. There's some surprise that he's never came back. You know, Johnny Manziel, he's out there. He also said Kaepernick got beat out by Blaine Gabbert to start the 2016 season. I think that says something, but I'm surprised he's not in camp with somebody. He probably will be soon. Well, Gruden, that is one heck of a cliffhanger there. I love it. Next rumor coming up, Oakland and San Francisco. Is that game coming back? This one was canceled in 2011 due to some altercations by fans. So, Raiders owner Mark Davis spoke at league meetings on Sunday, and one of the things he talked about was the preseason matchups with the 49ers. Davis said he doesn't think there's a problem with restarting the series. I guess we will just have to wait and see once the schedules are released in April. The next rumor I got coming for you guys up on the board is Oakland Super Bowl odds. Have they improved? Well, 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. So the Raiders have gone from 33-1 odds all the way up to 22-1 odds. These are the 10th best odds in the NFL and the best odds in the AFC West. looks like Vegas likes the moves the Raiders have made. But I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that the Oakland Raiders have made some pretty good moves this offseason? And if you think that they're better or you think they're worse, that'd be great. So get a heart in if you think the moves have been better. If you think the moves have been worse, get up a like. Are the Raiders better or worse post-free agency? Now let's head back into those rumors. Are the Oakland Raiders targeting cornerback Leon Hall? I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky heads. People are talking. Hall is 33 years old and was selected with the 18th overall pick in the 2007 NFL Draft. 3 picks before Reggie Nelson. He played in the first 9 years of his NFL career in Cincinnati, the final 6 of which alongside Nelson in the Bengals secondary. Raiders defensive coordinator Paul Guenther was on the Bengals coaching staff for both Hall and Nelson's entire time in Cincy, the final 2 seasons with Guenther as defensive coordinator. Hall, if signed, would be the 3rd player added this offseason who played under Guenther's defense. But at this point, it's still just a coin flip what will happen. Next rumor coming up for you guys, Oakland. Are they going to draft cornerback Denzel Ward? I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky heads. People are talking. So yesterday, mock draft Monday. Chat Sports did a live mock draft. Our draft analyst Tom Downey, who, humble brag here, finished 12th in the world as the most accurate drafter last year. So with the 10th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders will select Ohio State cornerback Denzel Ward. The cornerback was a monster in the Big Ten this past season, racking up 15 pass deflections and a pick while completely locking down one half side of the field. He's an electric, smart, and will be a bona fide #1 corner in the NFL. Despite his lack of size, he's very physical and isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He should be one of the top 10 picks in this upcoming NFL Draft. Thanks for that one, Tom. Next rumor, you guys, Raiders, are they going to make the playoffs this year? I'm going to give this one 4 Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. But we're talking about the playoffs? Yeah, the playoffs. The Raiders' 2017 season was a bit of a disappointment at 6-10, and veteran left tackle Donald Penn is hungry and ready for a big year in 2018. On Monday, Penn spoke with NFL.com's Willie McGinnis and was oozing with excitement over new head coach Jon Gruden and the entire team's outlook for this upcoming season. McGinnis asked Penn to make an early prediction on the Raiders season, and the veteran didn't stutter with his answer. We're going to the playoffs for sure this year. McGinnis replied, that's a guarantee right now? Penn repeated, we are going to the playoffs for sure. Love the excitement, and if you think the Raiders are going to the playoffs in 2018, give me a hashtag Raider Nation in those comments. Last rumor, and maybe the most juicy one, is Odell Beckham Jr. heading to the Oakland Raiders. There's been a lot of controversy around this one. I'm going to give this one 1 Chucky head, though. Small shred of truth. So, this is from the New York Post. The Raiders have been looking for a wide receiver 3, and trading for Beckham would give the Raiders a great wide receiver duo in Amari and OBJ. This would allow the veteran Jordy Nelson to be the team's wide receiver 3. Beckham would be an ideal fit in Jon Gruden's West Coast offense. Well, he'd also probably be a fit in just about any offense, for that matter. I like the idea of trading for Beckham, but the Raiders didn't make Chat Sports top 5 landing spots for OBJ, and, well, I'm a company man.